Hello friends, how you doing? It's Tara here. Let's just dive straight on in. I happen to have today free, and today was a good day as well. So let's do a quick 5-minute recap for the new dual orb system. 2 winners in a row. 2 winners. So it's actually a good, interesting, and good opportunity to show you something, because I've mentioned in a couple of these dual orb videos. This trading system, so you've got fibs on the chart right now. And the fib levels absolutely crushed it today. Look at that. Hopefully you guys can see this. I gotta show you this, right? So, Terra fibs. I'm gonna make them yellow, so they are impossible to miss. Let me do the other ones as well, so I can I'll make them white, just so they're nice and bright, so you guys can see them on the screen. Look at the levels. Look at the absolute precision. As soon as we broke and closed, and we're on the 5-minute here. As soon as we broke and closed below, we went straight to the next one. Look at that one. That one was tick perfect. These two, tick perfect. Kind of crazy. That one was like 1 tick above, and we hit this top level twice before we started selling off for the day. But let me get rid of that for now, because we're talking about the dual orb today. Now, I launched this indicator at the weekend. You can get it in the links in the description. It is automatable. It will trade your accounts for you. You get a little setup course and instructions on how to do that. It's very simple. It's very easy. The idea is, unlike my other trading systems, which have struggled in the past couple of months, this one is much simpler and much more straightforward. And today's yesterday and today, so far this week, is a good example of why I'm not trading NQ right now. NQ has lost 2 days in a row. ES has won 2 days in a row. The dual orb, when running side by side under normal market conditions, which NQ doesn't seem to be abiding by these days, at least the last 2 months, I expect that will change in the coming months. When we're not in the summer lower volume environment, when proper institutional volume returns back to the market around maybe in a month's time or so, 4 to 6 weeks, I expect things will get a bit more normal then. But until then, I'm only trading ES. And this system, like I said, is automatable. So it sends signals via a website I use called CrossTrade, which I connect to my accounts. And you can see these alerts here. These are, put this up here, these are the exits. This is how the indicator sends the signal. If I go over here we go. This is my CrossTrade account. You see it's linked up to my demo accounts, and everything from there is linked up via my copy trader. I have 2 versions of it, one for evals and one for funded accounts. And if I go back to the homepage here, right, give me 1 second. Let's see if it loads like this. I'll give it a minute just to refresh the data. It's got to pull from several accounts. But today, there we go, starting to pull the money. There we go, numbers are in now. So let's have a look. Here's the numbers I did today. So here are the 2 demo accounts. These are the accounts that receive. CrossTrade's had a bit of issues keeping this up. I'll mention that the Tradeovate side of it is brand new on CrossTrade. So I've noticed it does this. It will kind of jump in and out of keeping an eye on the actual prices. I'm not concerned about it. The actual execution has been flawless for as long as I've been using it. So anyway, I'll explain what's going on here. These 2 demo accounts, they're my Tradeovate demo accounts. I have a live words. I always mix my words up in these videos. I have Tradeovate live account. These are the demo accounts attached to it. I have 2 of them. This one here receives my signals for evals, and this one here receives basically the same settings again, but tailored for funded accounts. Slightly different. So this here connects to the funded account below it, and this one connects to the eval accounts above it. And you'll actually see the top one, Apex ending in 21 there. Well, it just disappeared, but when it comes back in a second, you'll see it's a 53,000. This one passed today. So I've now got 2 from tomorrow. I'll have 2 funded accounts and 5 evals. And overall, I think it was around $7,200 today. That does include the demo account, so it's probably closer to 6,000. But it shows that this simple, pretty much a 1 trade a day system can easily, like just from having a copy trader and this one website, actually pull the information in and just do it all for me, because I don't have the time in the day just because where I am in the UK and when New York opens, I don't have time to be sitting in front of the computer for hours on end waiting for that one setup. You can do that. A lot of people do that. And you can set up, if I get rid of this for a second, here we go. You can set it up so that these alerts, instead of sending out to CrossTrade, there's a manual version that will send an alert to you, to your app, if you've got TradingView on your phone, which of course you should do. Or it should just beep at you if you're at your desktop and such like that. So you can do it manually, absolutely. But I like the automation route. I tend to overthink things and I get in the way of myself. So I like a system where I don't interfere with it. I literally walk away and I don't monitor the chart during the day. But anyway, 2 days in a row, 2 wins. What I'm going to do now real quick, I'm going to bring up this. This is something you get when you sign up to this system. You get this. This is all of 2026 up until Friday last week. So it's not including the last 2 days, which are winners on ES. So the numbers have gone up. They're over 30k now on ES only. But you get this, and it's basically all the results for the entire year. And I want to draw your attention, because like I said a few times now, I'm only trading ES for the time being. ES is the orange equity curve. So it got a bit slow during March when it was really, really choppy across the markets, and we've just been nothing but up ever since. The green here is the two combined strategies where NQ started to recover. Combined is technically ahead, but the drawdown is almost double. So the drawdown is the reason I'm not trading NQ. I would rather just stick to ES and have much better downside control. And you can see it's just really nice and steady and consistent, all the way up. And here's the drawdown. So the orange is the drawdown for the ES orb. And you can see it's very controlled and very nice and smooth, all the way up at the top at 0, essentially. And NQ is just, it went into a big, like, multiple month run of just losses. So not trading NQ until it returns to some sort of normality. And the orb system, just to mention, NQ orb is totally different to the ES orb. These are two totally separate, independent strategies built into one indicator. So you don't have to trade both at once. You get both with this indicator. It's designed to be run side by side, but you get the flexibility to do as I'm doing right now and just trade what tends to be ES. ES has always been the stronger of the two. You do, however, get better results, usually, not from the past couple of weeks, going on like 6 weeks or so, or a couple of months now, when this started happening. This is not normal. Doesn't happen very often. But when it does, you get the option to simply step aside from it. And here's like an example. If you were running these results with 50k accounts, here's what you could do and what you could have received in payouts just by letting the system do what it's doing. And here, if you're interested to really kind of get stuck in, are all the results from the entire year, both for NQ and ES, running $1,000 a trade, all the way up until Friday last week. So the time I'm recording this is Tuesday, the 11th of August. So it's Monday and Tuesday after this, which aren't included in here, just because, so it's a PDF at this point. But there we go, folks. I just wanted to show you that. And with that, that's today's video. Nice, short and sweet. Since releasing this system, we've had 2 winners straight out of the gate. It's not a perfect system. There will be losers. And you just step aside and let it do its thing. And it will do its thing. It's really, really nice and refreshing having a system that you don't really have to be kind of, babysitting so much. But anyway, folks, that's it from me. And with that, I have a discount code running until the end of September for this system, including all of my other indicators. My fibs indicator I showed you earlier, that just absolutely nailed the levels today. It will do that every single day. It draws those fibs every single day. And they're different every single day. You can just follow them. If you're not interested in this orb system, you can get the fibs indicator as well. And that's available as well under this same, even though the code is ORB, ORB for open range breakout. It applies to every single thing. I have lots of different, if you like SMTs that actually work, if you like time cycles that actually work, unlike others that I've seen. Big part of why I started building indicators was because no one else's seemed to work very well, or accurately. They work, but not accurately. This TradingView is actually surprisingly tough to get correct. But anyway, like I said before, conversations for another time. This is my discount. that's me. That's it for today. I'll try and make videos as and when I can, but I've got a pretty busy few days, so I might not make a video for the next couple of days. Either way, I'll do a recap probably at the weekend, so we'll see how this first week after the release of this system goes. As always, links are in the description. Thanks so much, everybody. See you next time.